Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's October 4th, 0547. It's day 4 of 50-mile rucksack challenge. Prevent soldier suicide. I'm going to start this video off by saying I appreciate everybody that's watching and sharing this. It's really hard for me to share these videos myself. I don't know why. I'm not looking to get famous. I'm not looking to make any money at all. And it's hard for me to promote myself. So really what this is about, if you know somebody that's hurting, share one of my videos with them or share my page with them. If you're hurting, watch the videos. They're for you. But yeah, all my buddies that are telling me, hey, you need to promote this, this and that, like more people will see it. I know, but it's just hard. So just give me some time. But thank you to all the guys and girls that are supporting me. This isn't about me, but this is hard for me to do. It's hard. It's embarrassing. But if by embarrassing myself I can help somebody else out, hey, pain, repetition, embarrassment. Been doing that for a while, man. Got that down. With that being said, today's topic is going to be about talking to your guys, i.e. anybody that's been in a leadership position or that's been in the military and has had a group of guys that they worked with. So if you I don't know how different branches are. I have no idea. So if you're in the Air Force and your job is, or you were in the Air Force and your job was by yourself, then man, reach out to me. Reach out to one of these other people that you see commenting on this page, because, I don't know what that's like. I've only ever worked with groups of guys. No more than a battalion size effort, but that's a lot of guys. But if you were in a group or in a leadership position, I want to encourage you to talk to the guys that you served with as much as you can. I understand there's some bad blood between some of us. I get that. I understand that. And if it's too much for you to reach out and cause you too much stress, then don't do it. But if there's a guy you wonder how he's been doing, freaking pick up that phone and figure out how he's doing. Don't wonder. Because I'll share a personal story real quick. I had a guy that was in my fire team and that I ended up being in charge of and having him on my fire team by the end of the deployment. I called not too long ago. He was doing terrible. From what he made it sound out to be, to the point to where, I tried to do as much as I could to improve his situation for him besides giving him money. You know what I mean? He don't need money. He got a job, but he's just doing rough. And somehow I feel responsible for that because I didn't call him probably in 9 months, maybe more than that, and fully knowing that I wouldn't have let 9 hours gone by while we were in the service together without checking about his whereabouts and what he was doing and if he was squared away. Just a food for thought. That's what I'm saying. It's just some food for thought. If you wouldn't have let 9 months gone by in the military without checking on somebody, then you shouldn't do it out here in the civilian world. Guys are going to lie to you when you reach out to them. They're going to say they're doing good, and they're going to be lying because they don't want to be embarrassed and they don't want to look like a bitch. And that's okay too. But keep reaching out. Likewise, if you're a guy or girl that, has your leadership added to your Facebook and you're worried about reaching out to them, F that. You bother them. That's what they signed up for. You're not just their soldier one time while you're under their chain of command. I was taught that by great NCOs. great NCOs. I mean, guys that I can call right now, put a roof over my head, food in my belly, and I would never abuse that at all. I would only call them if it was last resort, but I know that I can call them. I know that. I know in my heart and in my mind, I know that there's E7s and E6s out there right now still that I could pick up the phone and go, hey man, I need a fucking break. Things are going crazy. Whatever it is, baby mama's tripping. All that stuff. Baby daddy's tripping. Sorry, ladies. But they're still there for me. And this video, what I want it to be about is that if you're sitting there and you had stripes at one time and you look at your Joe suffering through Facebook and you don't reach out to them in a way to where it's actually meaningful or something can come of it, then that's jacked up. And maybe you should really go read that NCO creed again. You know what I'm saying? I know that pertains to why you're in the Army. I get that. But once you're an NCO, you're always an NCO. Likewise, guys that don't want to call other people that they worked with because, oh, they're weird, they're this and that. Okay, well, they weren't weird enough to hold it down 10-2, in their sector for you to cross behind them, you not get your ass shot off, were they? They weren't too weird to sit in a guard tower and for 6 hours at a time, pulling guard, and so that you could sleep good. They weren't too weird for that. If you needed a can of dip or a pack of cigarettes, they weren't too weird for that. So I just want to put that out there, man, is that communication amongst ourselves is going to be one of the leading factors that helps us curve the number of suicides. We know our guys. We know our girls. I didn't have any girls. I'm sorry. I can't relate to that aspect. But I know somebody that sees this video is going to have had said girls underneath their chain of command. Or like my Aunt Marlene, for instance. She's Sergeant Major. So, I mean, she was the girl that had all the guys and girls. So, with that being said, if you see your friend online and you have not talked to him or her in X amount of time, don't be a bitch. Don't be a punk. Don't scroll right over them and just go, oh, well, no, don't do that. Because like I said in one of my videos, you don't want to be reading some news feed about that same person that you just blew over the top of a few days ago. Or you were just making fun of because they still haven't got it together or whatever, and you just read one of their posts that was absolutely absurd. And instead of reaching out to them to see if everything was okay, you just was like, this guy's freaking nuts. He ain't never going to get it together. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I really do believe communication is key. I could ask some of my guys to come on here and vouch for me. I will bother them to death. I will call you while you're at work. I will call you while you're at dinner. I will text you. I will blow you sky high. I miss my guys so bad. I miss them so bad that if I could start a business and hire all the guys that were in the Rockasans with me, I would. Even down to Oberg. And that's saying a lot for people that know that history behind that. I would even hire Oberg. I swear to God I would. And move him, relocate him wherever just so he could come put Rip It cans on top of fake IEDs for me. For real. I know how it feels to not want to reach out to your leadership and or to your battles. I hate saying that word. I hate the word battle buddy. But to your friends, your peers, I know what that's like. You don't want to bother somebody. You don't want to look weak. But at the end of the day, those people do really love you in their own special way. And utilize them for what they're there for now. They're not there for, a new Rhino mount. They're not there for 550 cord. Now, they're not there for writing the rain pencils. They're not, but they are there for you to pick up the phone and call them, or vice versa, for y'all to shoot the shit and to figure out if you're in good headspace and timing. Because they wouldn't send you outside the wire like that. They wouldn't send you to represent the unit at like Soldier of the Year board or some shit like that if you weren't in good mental health standing. So why would you let your guy or girl walk around out here and know that they weren't in good mental health standing? And I'm not saying call and drop a dime on them or anything. I'm just saying reach out, ladies and gentlemen. You see your buddy online, hey, freak hot, ring that 3500. You know what I'm saying? Tell them straight up, low, stow, and go, and let's talk. Let's talk. But I love you, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate everybody that watches these videos. I do. This isn't about me at all. I know I talk a lot about myself, but I'm just trying to maybe help somebody else out by talking about myself. Maybe I'll get, enough courage to start sharing these more. But until then, this is just kind of like, this is for you guys. The one, like, there's probably about 15 to 20 people that watch these consistently, and it's for y'all. It's not for, this isn't to make money or to get sponsors or anything. You know what I mean? So, but I love you guys. Day 4 down, and see y'all tomorrow.